Tell me a little bit about your book. You showed me at the dinner and kind of interested in that. What's the title of that book?
So the book is called Underwater Acts of Kindness. And we feature Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who comes down on a Hawaiian vacation from Alaska. And we have a glow in the dark party, just kind of like at the yacht club, right? Everybody's out having a good time. Well, guess what? A black speedboat goes by and hits Noah the whale, and he loses his hearing. And what kind of life is he going to have? And I'm a human up above witnessing what just happened. So low below deck there, or underwater, is Noah recovering from a hermit crab named Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. And he teaches his sign language, the ABC alphabet. And he's also recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to recruit to go tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch with other sea creatures and mammals because they don't want to live in this world. So it's a great story. And at the end, we have a birth of a baby whale. So we take you around the Hawaiian Islands. It's ocean cleanup. It's sign language skills. The book was put on the social emotional learning curriculum, Hawaii Department of Education. And we rededicated it now to Boynton Slat, who is ocean cleanup, who is making headways of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch.
Welcome to the Expat Experience, your essential guide to relocating, living, and thriving in San Carlos, Mexico. Join seasoned real estate professional Robert DeForge as he pulls back the curtain on seamlessly transitioning from dreamer to doer. Whether you're eyeing retirement bliss, seeking the perfect work from anywhere setup, or hunting for your ideal vacation escape, this podcast is your compass to navigating the exciting journey to San Carlos, Mexico living. Get ready to turn your relocation dreams into sun-soaked reality.
Hi, Marianne. It's great to have you on the podcast, The Expat Experience. It was wonderful to meet you the other night at the yacht club, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. So thank you for showing up for us.
Well, aloha and mahalo, Rob. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, it was a wonderful experience at meeting at the San Carlos Yacht Club here in Mexico. So it's Aloha Friday here. Normally we celebrate Aloha Friday in Hawaii. I'm from the Hawaii Yacht Club and Friday night sailboat races. And I can't wait to share my journey with you, how we were brought over here to Mexico.
Fantastic. Now, tell me a little bit about your book. You showed me at the dinner, and kind of interested in that. What's the title of that book?
The book is called Underwater Acts of Kindness, and it's our first book of the series of the Acts of Kindness series. And my books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by local Hawaiian artist Lucy and the Perfect Way. And how it started was I lived on a sailboat in Hawaii, and I was a sign language interpreter for a deaf man for over a decade. And all this garbage was floating around my sailboat, and we wanted to know why. And at the Unity Church of Hawaii, through guided meditation, I became a Reiki master with my deaf friend. I asked what my next purpose was, and the universe kept saying to me, channeling to me, you're going to write a series of books with sign language and puppets. With puppets? I laughed. What? And lo and behold, I walked down to the Ala Moana Mall with my deaf friend, and I see this tree of folk mantis puppets. And I could put my hands in, and I could do sign language with the chicken, the gloves, and one thing led to another from there. I called the Folk Mantis Puppet Company. I explained who I was. The creativity was flowing, and they're like, sure, use our puppets. And there we went from there. So I was recovering from a broken foot, and I was watching Animal Planet TV show Tank Guys, and they were building all these aquariums. And I gave them a call and said, I have this idea to write a book with you guys featured in it. And they're like, yeah, we loved it. So the book is called Underwater Acts of Kindness. And we feature Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who comes down on a Hawaiian vacation from Alaska. And we have a glow in the dark party, just kind of like at the yacht club, right? Everybody's out having a good time. Well, guess what? A black speedboat goes by and hits Noah the whale, and he loses his hearing. And what kind of life is he going to have? And I'm a human up above witnessing what just happened. So low below deck there, or underwater, is Noah recovering from a hermit crab named Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. And he teaches his sign language, the ABC alphabet. Now, Dr. Fingers has a YouTube channel now, so you can learn the ABCs, the 26 letters, and then go out and play the Apple app games that I created also. And he's also recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to go tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch with other sea creatures and mammals, because they don't want to live in this world. So it's a great story. And at the end, we have a birth of a baby whale. So we take you around the Hawaiian Islands. It's ocean cleanup. It's sign language skills. The book was put on the social emotional learning curriculum, Hawaii Department of Education. And we rededicated it now to Boynton Slat, who is ocean cleanup, who is making headways of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Now, I wrote this in 2016, and in 1997, Captain Charles Moore sailed across the Great Pacific Garbage Patch during the Trans-Pacific Sailboat Race, which happens every 2 years, from California to the Hawaii and the Waikiki Yacht Club. This is where he recognized it. So Captain Moore, we have statistics in it, in the book, interviewing Captain Moore, and we are so grateful that Boynton Slat, Ocean Cleanup, has done so much work and effort to clean up these Great Pacific Garbage Patches, plastics all over the world, and continues to do a lot of effort, especially here in Mexico, Guadalajara and the rivers. So if you get a chance, we rededicated it to Boynton Slat Ocean Cleanup Organization. So that's how the story goes with the first one. And I went into studio during the pandemic to record the book at Manoa Valley Studios, where Lucy and the Perfect Wave recorded their soundtrack to it. Now, you can go on Amazon Audible and you can purchase it and listen to it. And Nick's guitar sounds like whales and dolphins. It's a beautiful story. And so in 2017, I had the honor to do another sailing book signing tour, Southwest Florida to Virginia. I sailed 91 days, 1,700 nautical miles on a beautiful 36-foot Beneteau, all the way up the ICW, seeing these Navy fleets. And I was with a Navy friend. And what a journey. So I talk about hearing loss. That's my background. I have a degree in audiology and communication disorders. I was a social worker with the deaf, and I was of service over in Hawaii, and the creativity just started. Why? Because we have 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who now can't hear their own children or grandchildren. And so this is a great opportunity for a great story of global topics that are happening, and learning basic sign language fingerspelling skills, because we're born into this life in diapers and we need to say, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, change my diaper. Or we may be later in life in a hospital having nursing care going, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, and change my diapers. So again, the book is written for all ages of the heart, and the creativity just kept flowing. I got back from sailing, and Lucy and the Perfect Wave came out with another album, and I just went tears of joy. I'm like, oh my gosh. So the second book is Rapid Acts of Kindness, No Bully. October is Anti-Bullying Month, and I want to share a success story with you that in July, I applied for Awesome Foundation Grant, Honolulu chapter, Oahu chapter, and I won. And I won $1,000. They give $1,000 a month away to projects. And so this past Monday, I was not there because I was up in Canada, traveling back here to Mexico. I met up with my captains that I sailed with in Mexico to Mazatlan. I got to go the Alaskan way and up to Vancouver Island and share the stories too with the books. And so Leon was in Hawaii, and he went to the Hawaii School for the Deaf, and he presented a water unit. Now that costs $150. And so that school is going to be gifted a water unit so they have clean, fresh drinking water. And we also sent them the books, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, the coloring books, and the chicken puppet who does sign language, the Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit, and also the lifestyle monarch butterfly. Because in Hawaii, the butterflies are very special. We have the monarch dancers, etc. And it's a beautiful story. And it talks about first birthday luau and being kind. And what happens, Rob, is the bullies realized they didn't know sign language. And that's what it was really about. And so they all got to learn sign language. So we're encouraging everybody again to go to our YouTube channel, learn the finger spelling alphabet, the ABCs, with Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, and more is to come. So through the journey, we created Righteous Acts of Kindness featuring Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony. And we're just completed our 4th book for climate change with Leon McLaughlin, dedicating it to him, Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change. And again, they're all ages of the heart, with Lucy Lynch as a singer. And I made some trailers and yeah. And
That's
so
great. So Marianne, can you give us some examples of the acts of kindness in your books?
Oh, well, thanks for asking, Rob. What I did when I returned back from my sailing book signing tour, my friend Marilyn Rogers was a special education teacher, Kamali Charter Schools. She introduced me to Donors Choose. So she requested 50 books from Donors Choose, and guess what? People in the community were kind enough to sponsor the books for the class to get them. So Donors Choose is a project that all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive products, books, carpet, different things, educational tools. They just post it and someone comes through and fund it. And the Kindness of Hawaii, Subaru, last year gave $25,000 to classroom teachers requesting products. In 2019, the Kindness of Good Morning America over a weekend raised millions of dollars for teachers in the United States of America requesting products. So when I went to the school, they were all excited. They're like, "Where's Dr. Fingers? Where's Dr. Fingers?" And we passed around the puppets. We taught the ASL finger spelling alphabet. They got books to take home to their families so that they could show their reading skills, because some family members may be not so good at reading. And it's sharing the story, but also the kindness things too is like, look on the ground, find 10 pieces of plastic. If everybody does that, look at the bus stop, look at McDonald's, look at the beach. This is our island. We're gonna need to keep it clean. And so if everybody can be of service to find 10 kindness things to do, what a better for world is, and we all feel better about ourselves.
So in writing these books, how has it changed your view of kindness and the way that you practice it in your life?
It's being more mindful. I'm grateful I got to travel through different countries. With me and my own having a hearing loss, it's a challenge. Not being that fluent here in Espanol, reading lips is a little bit different. Reading Mexican lips, and so it's just learning and being patient. But what I see too is where I'm at too is also showing gestures of kindness when communicating. And I'm visual too, I'm pointing and showing stuff to my neighbors who are Spanish and vice versa. And, slowly but surely learning, words that I need to. And I got to keep my headspace too, because I'm an interpreter. I'm working in Pakistan, working on the books, the graphic designers, the app games. I'm on the World of Ability podcast every Saturday with Kurt Roscoff. I'm being interviewed by the Disability Channel with Jay Stoyan, which was part of the grant that I won. And I'm sharing that. I'm sharing that kindness. I'm telling everybody, go to Awesome Foundation. They're kind enough to give you $1,000 for your project. It just takes 15 minutes to request. And I'm trying to do that with other ones. And so what I'm also doing now is we have a press release. I'm going to be calling all the 49 states with deaf schools and letting them know, sharing this story, multiplying the acts of kindness, that we want to get these books and coloring books out to them. And now they have Apple app games. I've created them so you can do the ABCs, games, counting the life jackets in the water after the boating accident, and sign language numbers, counting rainbows. And, I'm being kind by giving my time and service to get that out there and sharing that with everybody.
How do you stay motivated and inspired? I mean, it's kind of an emotionally challenging subject.
It is, but, I'm grounded and I'm grateful I got to do all this amazing journey work. I listened to the universe. I didn't get it. I say I got it at first. Not everybody gets me, but, and it just kept channeling to me. And so it was like, this is my purpose. This is my next life purpose, at, I would say middle age, but, and timing was everything. It was divine messages coming. And look what's happening in our world. Okay. All this we're battling garbage. We're battling bullying now. And it wasn't that bad growing up with me, but look at, and social media wasn't there. So this is a great opportunity to get some of these messages out, but then you can attract haters. So it's catch-22. Yeah. And also the climate change. And, so I know we're doing the good work, and I'm grateful that my team, we've all relocated from Hawaii, for own personal or financial reasons. But we're still doing it. And we got Clean Water Foundation, that's going to be marketing the books worldwide into like 25,000 locations with a place called Island Earth. So, I'm grateful, I would say not giving up. And I know it's just my project because I'm the only one that has to push me, but I have other people that I've met, and just to see the tears of joy of getting them to the schools and knowing like this is your next purpose. And now I have something to look forward to. I love the characters. They're fun. They crack me up. I wake up and a new character, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I have a great playwright, Suzanne Sims. They're funny. And I got my deaf friend too. And they're great characters and messages. So again, no one has done anything with sign language characters in animation movies. So think of me, Rob, as like your next J.K. Rowling, Dora the Explorer. And I want to retell like Hello Kitty. And we're going to do that with Island.
Go, Marianne, go. So what's the most rewarding feedback that you've received from your readers? Can you give me an example?
The readers they're great, touching stories. And, from the military too, because I have a sea turtle called the General in the New Earth Army, and with military moms and dads, and we're going to be getting it out there. They're good stories. Here, local security friend in Mexico read him, and he's like, oh my God, that's a really good book. I'm calling my wife. She's a Walmart manager. And I'm like, I'm on Walmart, and I'm calling my daughter. So once the word gets out, and that's what we're doing, and it's going to be great. And so not only do you have one, I have four. So, and I'm having the right media at the right time.
Okay, Marianne, I want to incorporate more acts of kindness into my life every day. What kind of advice can you give me?
Wake up every day, meditate, and be grateful. And, what comes to you is for yours to do, Rob. Okay. I learned that from Reverend Tim at Unity Church of Hawaii. So if it's coming to you in the morning, go for it. And if not, put it on a back burner and just share it. But, we try and do things in number of 10. So your acts of kindness is you can learn the 10 ABC letters this week, or you can learn out 26 letters for somebody out in the deaf community. And with your podcast, you can share that. And yes, you're going to put a smile on people's face. And I know I've been watching on YouTube channel a hearing mother with a deaf child who's 4 years old who has cochlear implants. He's so cute. He's got glasses, wardrobe. He's smart as a whip. And he was sitting in the car, and they were talking about Antarctica being green. And mom is explaining, 4 years old, okay, with cochlear implants. And I'm like, he's my new inspiration. I had a beautiful journey with Scott, signing for him, a very happy, pleasant, kind, deaf man who lost his hearing at age 7. And he became a veterinary assistant in California.